G'day guys, welcome back. I'm just heading back from Townsville after a camping trip up north. Just realised the F150 is about to click over 20,000 Ks. So I've had the car for about 5 months now, so it's a good opportunity to sort of go through what I like about it. Now I've had the chance to actually drive it a fair bit. Any of the features that I find handy or that I use quite a bit or that sort of thing. So we'll jump back in the car and keep trucking. I'll set the camera up on the dash and just talk through some stuff and watch the odometer trip over to 20,000. Let's go. Alright, let's hit the road. So one of the big things about the F150 is it is significantly bigger than most other dual cabs on the road, obviously, except for Rams and Silverados and that sort of thing. But it is, once you start driving it, it is actually easy to sort of forget how big it is. Out on the road anyway, when you obviously need to park it and that sort of stuff, it definitely reminds you how big it is, and you need to think about where you're going and where you can take it and park it and all that sort of thing. But small price to pay, I guess, for everything else that it does so well. Towing, obviously, a lot of the 20,000 Ks has been with the F150 caravan. Probably about, I reckon, 15,000 Ks of the 20,000 was towing that around Brisbane, WA back through South Australia, New South Wales, Victoria, and back to Queensland. You know, if you're sitting on the speed limit, it probably does seem to be a little bit thirsty, but still under 20 litres per 100 for towing a 3-ton van. I don't think that's that bad, really. I'm currently towing the little Nugget rooftop tent camper. Like I said, I've just been up in Townsville on a camping trip for the weekend, heading back to Brisbane now. It tows amazing. You want to go up a hill, put foot down, it goes up a hill. Fuel consumption obviously definitely goes up as well, but it is what it is for a car that does it just so easily. Features that I didn't think I would use that I'm actually using quite a bit. Sunroof I've actually used a few times. Silly things like landing the drone back in through the sunroof and stuff like that. That's just me, I guess. Definitely not a selling point for a sunroof, but it's there, why not use it? Cup holders are absolutely everywhere in this thing, along with storage pockets and whatnot. My drone lives down in the door pocket now. There's a perfect little spot for that up there, or that in there. CarPlay, as per any modern car these days, awesome. Like I say, there's pockets and whatnot everywhere. Different trailer modes. One thing I like about setting your trailers, the blind spot detection, you add the length of the trailer and it then encapsulates the trailer in your blind spot detection as well. That lights up in the mirrors, which is pretty good. But yeah, is it really needed for sort of the towing and the trips and that I do. Probably not. Probably could have got away with the Ranger. But this is just so much better than the Ranger. Space in the cab, road presence, how it tows, all that sort of stuff. And you're not, for what I'm towing, I'm nowhere near the limits of what it can do. So I feel that's probably better for it, rather than getting a car that has a 3.5 ton towing capacity and dragging a 3.5 ton van around all the time. Like, you know, little zero mechanical sympathy really for that sort of thing. And I did find the Navara, as much as it's got a 3.2 ton towing capacity, I think, towing the car trailer and the Evo on the car trailer, it did it, but it just didn't like it that much. This, yeah, just goes, and that's what you want. Less stress for when you're towing, getting around and that sort of stuff. That's definitely one of the things that I've found. It's much less stressful towing something with this than a smaller four-wheel drive. Or it might be the automatic, it might be its towing capacity and its power and that sort of thing. I don't know, but everything combined, it's just so much less stressful to tow anything with this. So it's definitely a bonus for me, being able to tow stuff around without having to worry. Or, you know, you're coming up to a hill and you need to throttle up prior to the hill to be able to maintain your speed and that sort of stuff. You know, the F150 just powers through no matter what. There's a heap of different drive modes available through the drive selector dial. 90% of the time I drive it in normal mode. I've tried out sport a couple of times. It's not a sports car, sorry. It's a pickup. Like, that's not why I bought it, but it has a little bit of fun and a little bit more poke in that when you do chuck it in sport mode. But yeah, what else? I don't know. There are a lot of features built in and all that sort of thing that probably not necessarily aren't necessary, but you just need to learn to use them and that sort of thing. Vented seats, I'm actually really liking that. Just feel much cooler all around. Massive windows, you can see everything anywhere except the A-pillars. Like, the A-pillars are fairly big, and when you're in like twisty mountains and that sort of thing, you definitely need to think about, you know, looking around the A-pillar. But you know, if you're sticking to your side of the road and all that sort of thing, it shouldn't be a problem. And I guess when you go to park it, one thing I found was like using your cameras as well. Like, it is significantly bigger than a normal car, and I couldn't quite tell where the nose was and stuff like that. But hitting the cameras going into a car park makes life so much easier as well, if you need to. If you don't, good on you. These features are here to use, so use them. Yeah, when I was up north, we went a bit of four-wheel driving up through Paluma and out to Blanco Falls and that sort of thing. Big twisty rainforest roads, all that sort of thing. A little bit of potholes, nothing, not dramatic four-wheel drive road, but still nothing, no dramas at all going up through there. A little bit tight in places, but you know, you're going to get that. Yeah, so all in all, I am exceptionally happy with the purchase. Things that have broken, nothing like nothing's mechanically broken with the car at all. while my parents had the car in Western Australia, the rear window did just explode, and as soon as that happened, I sort of organised it all through insurance. And when the car got serviced back in Adelaide, I asked the question about a warranty for the rear window, because it did just explode, and the guys at Stillwell Ford in Adelaide ran it up through Ford Australia, and the rear window was actually replaced under warranty, which was really good of them. So shout out to those guys, Stillwell Ford. Like, looked after me down there and got that done. Gave us a hire car as well for the extra couple of days while the rear window was getting replaced, because it had to get shipped over from Melbourne. But fairly seamless to get that done. But yeah, nothing's actually broken or damaged or anything like that. Normal service. My car does have a GVM upgrade through SCD Performance in Brendale in Brisbane. That's up to the 3.5 ton GVM. That's with the Radflow adjustable front shocks and Radflow rear shocks. And I've also got the airbags in the back as well, just to level out and make towing a little bit easier. Didn't really drive one too much prior to that, so I can't really compare ride quality versus OEM or anything like that, but it's a little bit stiff when it's not loaded or it doesn't have a van on it or something, but apart from that, it's fine. Like, it's a great ride out on the highway. Like, it's an exceptionally comfortable car to drive long distance in. You just sit back, put the cruise control, radar cruise controls are coming up behind trucks and that sort of stuff. It just pulls up on it, maintains speed. So good. So just about to click over. $20,000